Porinju Veliyath. He joins us in our Mumbai studio. Welcome to Mumbai. So what brings you to Mumbai?
Yeah, just to see you guys. Anyway, good morning, all of you. I would like to congratulate you guys, eating off during the budget time and immediately afterwards, I think the guidance was very good, because the irrational panic was going on some silly reasons globally or in India. The Nifty going below 7,000 and all, I think I never believed, that was some kind of rationality. So I think I was watching it, gave excellent guidance. This is something was giving a feel that this is like the bottom. And that might have helped a lot of viewers.
Only time will tell us whether 7,000 is the bottom or not.
What's up that?
I'm confident on that. That's why I'm telling.
Okay.
That's,
so tell us,
have
you been a buyer in the weakness?
Of course. I have been, when Nifty was below 7,000, I had tweeted, the bottom for Nifty is 7,500. Means it was something like 600 points below. So it was, I was very confident. I feel it was the rationality. It always happens, nothing new in the market. When things are going up, people go in excitement and they go to any levels. Similarly, on the downside also it happens, but this time I think it was very, very painful for a lot of investors and most of the bull traders. I think Nifty going below 7,500 or say I would say 7,200. It was not fair. It was not only about being fairness. I think a lot of people add fuel to the fire, and I even blame the media. Not really blaming. It happens. It's not a healthy trend.
Yeah.
So people stop thinking arithmetically. Actually, investing should be based on arithmetics, on the economy, on the companies.
So what was the arithmetic then telling you? What is it that you bought or added more positions to something that you already owned?
See, when you talk about stock picking, what you ask me, what you bought? See, the stocks are doing fine. I'll tell you the best example. By end of August, we had an interview here. I came to the studio. That was the first time I came to the studio. And it was a big picture on Indian economy and the stock market. We discussed, I suggested 4 companies. We had management interaction also. NIIT, FCEL, and HSIL and TCI, 4 companies I remember. Look, see, that was a stock picking. It's not about market or index. Today, those stocks are up by 17% on an average. All the 4 stocks are in positive. Index was around, Nifty was around 8,000. So what I have been always talking, see, if you want to speculate on Nifty and go on talking about Nifty, you can do it, but it is a useless game unless you are a gambler. See,
which is true.
For investors, it is a stock picking market, especially in an emerging economy like India. It is a heaven for stock picking. Any given time, now I am in the market for last 26 years.
But the fact that you're saying Nifty is bottomed out, which means you also have a Nifty.
Yes, I have to use that terminology because there is no other way to express in such a way that people can understand the market or the opportunities in the market.
Okay.
So, but I knowingly it's a useless effort, and I almost every time go wrong on Nifty. I'm not that. It's not that I'm not good in Nifty, and I don't think anybody is. So you can go on talking and see an amateur talking Nifty will go up or Nifty will go down. The chance is 50% he will be right. And if an expert talk it, he will be wrong 60 to 70%. That's all about Nifty.
Yeah, in the short term it's sentiment. There are a lot of other factors. There's a maze of complexity which comes together. And again, let's be real. I mean, it's, like Buffett once said that top and bottoms, they only exist for liars.
Wow. Okay. I've never heard that one, but that's
a Buffett quote.
Interesting one. Okay, so Porinju, since we're talking about that big picture, and I think those graphics came on the screen as well, the kind of outperformance that it's shown. Let's talk about one of those names, and that is Future Consumer Enterprises. They had this big press conference yesterday as well, Kishore Biyani. We played out some parts of that interaction as well. Okay. Have you looked at it recently? What are your thoughts on that stock?
Yeah, in fact, I came to Mumbai only to attend
so you didn't come to Mumbai to see us.
Then we clubbed it. It's good.
Okay.
This is a stock, I think it was around 14 rupees when we discussed it in August. I have been buying this stock since 10 rupees few months back under PMS. This is the largest holding in our portfolio management. And I have bought this stock for next 10 years, which we discussed during August. See, this in an emerging economy like India, a lot of structural changes could be happening into, some industries, some consumption pattern, the culture changes. So that is where big money and, long-term big multi-baggers. So I always considered FCEL, as a clean balance sheet and an excellent business model. If you look at the numbers today, the revenue, profitability and all, it's different because this company is just getting built up. It's in the creation mode. It has a long way to go. Now, yesterday in the meet, I think they were talking about 20,000 crores of revenue by 2021.
What's the current revenue?
It's around 3,000 crores.
Okay.
The market cap is around 3,000 crores too. And, so there's a huge growth potential. The business model, starting from the procuring products from the farmers in villages, sorting it, cleaning it, grading it, and packing it, branding it, and selling through their network and other networks. So this is something, an amazing model. And, a lot of middlemen can be avoided. Today I used to talk, somebody making tomato, the farmer gets 5 rupees, and we buy it in Mumbai at 30 rupees, which is very unfair. The farmers should get at least 20 rupees, and you may pay 25 rupees. So that's an ideal situation where everybody benefit, the country progress. And our farmers really need a real helping hand. I'm telling you, the rural economy. I had talked in our last interview what I expect in the budget. See, the budget, as expected, they have done a big, focus on the rural and agri economy. Now, see, one thing I like about the government, which is very, very important when you look from a stock market perspective, they are thinking big. The size of the projects, and for that matter, anything. See what the finance minister put forward. The farmer income should double in next 6 years. Do you have any idea what is the farmer income today, average in India? It is ridiculous. It is near to zero. I'm telling you, don't give any figure. It is as good as zero. Yeah. So doubling it in 6 years is bad. It should be doubled in 3 years. That is what I feel. But just see how people are trying to oppose. Now Dr. Manmohan Singh, he was our Prime Minister. He was very sad about it, looks like. He told it is impossible to double the farmer income in 6 years. So that kind of negativity is pulling down the country.
So your core investment thesis is that the agrarian economy will pick up, and anything which has got to do with the agrarian economy, you should invest in that sector or in that business, because if the per capita income improves, if the rural income improves, it will have impact on the entire ecosystem.
Yeah, so you're purely thinking from the investor perspective. I had a very different thought, I want to even leave
a financial channel. We always look at opportunities.
I want to leave stock market and go and work there as a social worker in that sector. No, that's because it is, see, over so many decades, our farming community, think about them. You go to rural villages and see, they are suffering so badly. 100 rupees, 150 rupees daily family income, 5 members. See, and they are surviving on that. Now, to your Nigunj asked about the stock perspective, I feel I am looking at a company, DCM Shriram Limited. Now, I'm just telling you an example. There could be many companies in this sector which are going through bad times. Now, DCM Shriram Limited is a $1 billion company. It's not a small company.
It's a big company.
And the market cap is around 2,000 crores. Today, the stock price is around some 120 or something. Please don't go and buy the stock like that. It's just to bear it in mind. Yeah. They have sugar. They have that Harihari caustic soda,
chemicals.
And some branded products they have. And Biocide is very big for them. So it's a $1 billion company.
It's almost part of a very old business family.
Yes, and very strong balance sheet. That's what I love about this company. And they had all the divisions doing badly, and still stock is at single-digit PE. So that is something, there are many such stories in this country, listed space.
Is this a hope trade, or do you believe the numbers will start showing in DCM Shriram very, very soon?
They already have enough numbers today to justify the current price.
So, but there has to be a reason why the stock is still at a single-digit PE.
Yeah, because not many media are talking about these kind of stocks. So people don't access,
commodity we don't call the stock markets.
And this is not a commodity stock, I'm telling you. Just don't consider it a commodity stock. It's a $1 billion company. It can easily grow to $2 billion company in next few years. And that time, when they have much more profitability, then instead of 7-8 PE, people will give it 20 and 30 PE. Then people will make it a moat stock. They will give 40-50 PEs, which is unfair. Right. So you look at companies which are not into that kind of fancy today. Indian economy or our stock market has a lot of such kind of ignored stocks. Some of them are large, some of them are the market leaders. Now the 4 stocks what we discussed, we talked about is underperforming. See, people think it's a small mid caps or people ignore on that basis. See, they all are the industry leaders.
But have you added into TCI, NIIT, as well as HSIL in the current weakness?
Till yesterday.
Yeah.
Means we get getting new clients. I do portfolio management.
Yeah.
So yeah, now TCI it went up to 300. I started buying at 220, 30. It came back to 200 recently. Now it's again 270 or something. So that's the kind of volatility people have to live.
You know, GST is not coming. Now, one core thesis for buying a TCI or a Blue Dart or Gati was that GST was round the corner. Now, when will GST see light of the day? We don't know. I hope it happens soon. But as of now, the safe assumption that it will not happen in the next 12 months. Considering there would be this suspense period, does it make sense to buy into a company or a sector or a business where fortunes will change in a meaningful manner only after GST?
Now, Nikunj, the logistics business in this country will continue to run without GST also. At the same time, as you rightly told, GST has to come. Every knowledgeable Indian want it. Some people, just for disrupting, they don't want to bring it down. So otherwise, I think the whole country needs it. Our economy needs, our nation needs.
But you don't know when it is coming. So would you buy a logistics
company? It will come very soon. It will come very soon.
No, but is your buying thesis on GST coming, or would you buy TCI even otherwise?
No, I don't consider GST for buying into these stocks. Okay. I just believe, I'm a patriot, I believe good things will happen in this country. All the required reforms and kind of legislations will happen in spite of whatever problems are there today. And I think Morgan Stanley was talking about majority for the government in Rajya Sabha coming up the last week. So these all are indicating, a lot of good things are going to happen for this country in reforms and good for the economy. So that kind of, leading and managing the economy very dynamically is the need of the hour. And our government, I think they are doing a very good job. I have no political bias. And, for small silly things, people can try to pull down the government, some vested interest. But otherwise, our government is doing a fantastic job. Look at the budget here. This budget was, how better budget can come? This was the best possible by a finance minister. There will be some small issues here and there. It can be adjusted even after the budget. See, from a growth perspective, from a big vision, looking forward, what better budget can happen?
Yeah, absolutely. And more importantly, the long-term capital gains tax didn't come, so that was a relief. So besides DCM...
I disagree with this long-term capital gain tamasha.
But one question before we move forward to considering, all our viewers do look forward to some stock ideas from you. Besides DCM, Sriram, what else is catching your fancy right now? And the 4 stocks that we've already discussed.
I don't want to go into too many new stocks, to be very frank, that compliance issues are, some of them I may have some positions. I do trade also once in a while, so I have to take care of that. No need of going into too many stocks. I'm telling you, let investors look at, a lot of leadership companies in the respective industries in this country. Even this FCL, it has a long way to go. Yeah. When I say now to this 3,000 crores market cap, I will be disappointed that this 3,000 crores market cap doesn't become 30,000 crores in the next 6, 7, 8 years.
The brands they are sitting on are so large, Neeraj Aisha, that if one of the brands really, picks up, we've seen what's happened to Patanjali. I mean, it was an unknown brand 3, 4, 5 years ago. This year the target is about 5,000 crore. So some of these homegrown brands, they become so large that we cannot underestimate it. So what could be the turning point for future consumer?
It has to just go the same trend, it has to continue. There is no need of turning around or anything like that. This company is just being built up.
So are you happy to hold the stock for next 5 years?
Next 10 years, I'll be holding it. That's what I believe.
Okay.
But I have got a habit when the stock goes beyond, certain levels, I may sell it off. But believe me, I had once tweeted, which nobody could agree with me and will not agree with me, and I'm sure. Sell Hindustan Liver, Nestle, ITC and Colgate. This was my tweet some 6, 7 months back. To buy FCL.
So, okay, let's talk about your new tweet. If you have to tweet right now, what will you tweet?
See, Indian market is a great opportunity for stock picking, not to predict and gamble on Nifty. And the biggest challenge today when you talk about or try to
That's more than 140 words. Nifty, more than 140 words.
What is that?
No, the Twitter limit.
Tweet is less than 140 words. So if you have to tweet something like
that. Okay. I didn't get it. See, anyway, that is already told. Now the explanation. See, Nifty has a big challenge because even the adjustments happening in the Nifty. Some stocks are moving out of Nifty when they are bad and stock prices at the lowest. and and there is a tendency to add overpriced, good performing companies to the Nifty. So that will be the biggest challenge if that continues.
Yeah.
You know, now, okay, DLF is removed. Now some Bosch has come to the Nifty, I believe,
Yes.
at the fully priced valuations kind of thing. So that will be a big challenge for Nifty to go up. So it is very difficult with arithmetics to predict Nifty.
So ignore the Nifty, but invest in the art of
it's
stock
a
picking.
paradise. India is a paradise for
Okay.
stock picking in the market environment.
If somebody was not bullish after this interaction with Porinju, he would have turned bullish. But Porinju, I think we've run out of time. Thank you so much, though, for joining us today in our studios. Always good having you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very
All
much.
the best.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.